And we are live.
Hello, beautiful people.
Hey everyone, what would you say right now, JD, if I said I lied to you?
I completely expected that, Manuel. I should have waited another minute.
Okay, there goes. Oh wait, hold on. Okay, sorry. I literally started reading messages like a dumbass. Hey everyone, it's Ultra Podcast Z. It's been a while. It's been a while. Actually, isn't he like racist now? Never mind. I won't sing that song anymore. Hey everyone, I'm Manuel, the leader of AJ Connections, and Josh, introduce yourself.
Hi there. My name is Josh, Fotaku Network here. I hope that everybody's having a good one. I am checking my tires because I could have sworn that something was
He
off.
ran over a nail.
Yep,
Okay, I was
probably.
joking when I
Not
said I
sure.
wasn't ready, but like my third screen decided to glitch the out. Hold on. I'm like, it's loading up the Golden Sun
Oh,
stream. Hold on.
I'm about to glitch out for a sec. I am still here. I'm just going to glitch out very briefly.
Glitch. Okay. It loaded. It finally. I had to do it myself. Why does it show me an ad? I don't care about FIFA. Anyway, did you guys? It's funny because I kept hearing about all those, like everyone knows about the sports betting sites. It's like, now everyone's doing all the, oh, it's an epidemic or whatever. Honestly, I think it is too, but I'm just saying. Um, so the other day, up until the other day, I just assumed that like the internet was just being the internet in like skirting the gray areas or whatever. But no, when the hell did like Congress like lift the ban on sports betting?
No idea.
apparently that Yeah, apparently it's totally legal now. You could just be like, yeah, I'm gonna go bet on that fucking sports. I'm gonna go bet on my my kid's football game. I mean, maybe not that, but yeah. Like I remember back in like even the Simpsons reference it back in the day. You had like you'd only do that in Vegas. Maybe you could like go to Vegas or call somebody to put the bet for you, and get like pay some kind of weird third party fee. But I just assumed everyone was doing it now because like, oh, it's the internet. Nobody's gonna check. But anyway, no. We are sponsored by FanDuel, so log in and use code A to J to get. No, I'm just kidding. We're actually not sponsored by but FanDuel. I will sell my soul if you give me money.
Yeah, Manuel's cheap. Just give him like $200 and a bottle of whiskey, and you can have just about anything you want from him.
That's actually very true. I'd probably do it for 100 and a bottle of whiskey. Anyway. Hey,
Okay, man, what are we
yeah,
actually talking about on this episode?
talking musicals, and like it's funny because like I had a realization the other day, and basically because I okay, well, I guess if you watched a recent stream, I'll link it there because I don't go to the whole conversation I had. I watched this musical called Meet Me in St. Louis, which, by the way, I keep saying St. Louis, but the movie makes a point to say it's St. Louis. Uh,
Yeah, Manuel.
like there's a line about that. It's not St. Louis, but I'm like, fuck, I don't fucking care. St. Louis. Anyway, um, and I didn't think about this before. Like, how many things are musicals that I don't consider musicals in like my head? Like, because when I was reading like the Wikipedia page about it, 'cause I was doing a mad. I was drunk at the time, so I was just doing a mad deep dive as I was watching it. And
Manuel, as opposed to
it
all the other times
mentioned,
when you're not drunk.
shut up. It mentioned how like all the MGM movies at the time were musicals, and it referenced Wizard of Oz and a couple others. But I'm like, Wizard of Oz, and Wizard of Oz actually is very connected to what we're talking about today. I'm like, Wizard of Oz is a musical, and I'm like, it is. Do you ever think of Wizard of Oz as a musical? I don't.
Yeah, for the most part, I think of Somewhere Over the Rainbow, Follow the Yellow Brick Road. I mean, it doesn't have that many
Yeah,
like songs,
if
but
I only had a brain, I
yeah.
think the Lion has a song,
If I were
right?
king of the forest, if
I don't.
I were a king of the
Yes,
forest.
I'm like I just don't remember his song, but yeah, there's like 10 songs in there, which is about the same amount that Beat Me in St. Louis has too, by the way. Uh, and both movies, and I think this is a typical movie musical thing at the time. They both have weird long stretches in the middle where there's no music. Um, so I guess there's that, but I was like, oh, okay. And then it made me think more, and I'm like, wow, there's a lot of musicals that I just never consider musicals. See, like I'm used to like I don't know if it's like the theater kid in me. There needs to be a certain ratio of music to movie or music to, I guess, like acting, like non-music stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think the ratio has to either be 50-50 or 50-50 over in music. You know what I mean? Like if it's too far less, I'm like, it's not a musical. It's just a movie or a thing, or I guess honestly, if it's in theater, I'll just consider it a musical. But if it's a movie that has like 2 or 3 songs that are sung, I'm like, that's not a musical. It's just a movie that has a random music scene or two.
Mm-hmm.
But like every fucking Disney cartoon is a musical. Well, not every, but most of them are musicals, aren't they?
Yeah.
Even though I would never consider them that, like Lion King, Little Mermaid.
Manuel, I think most of those would fit your definition. By the most of those have like 6 or 7 original songs.
Okay, you've never heard me say this either, but like whenever I talk about like when those go to Broadway, like I'm like, oh, they're making a musical out of it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no, it wasn't a musical before in my mind. And once again, and I do think that does follow the criteria because those movies are really short, and they each have like 8-10 songs, in a short runtime. But like when it goes to theater, they add like 8 or 10 more, and they usually suck, by the way.
Well, I mean, because the movies are trying to like 90 minutes long, but the expectations for a Broadway show are a bit longer, from my understanding.
If anyone has ever gone to see Little Mermaid, Positivity, which I think is in the movie, right? I think they put it in the movie. It's been a while since I've seen it, the live action one.
But the live action I have not seen. You have told me because you were talking about Disney, and like for sure, like if it only had like a few songs, I wouldn't consider that a musical either. But at the same time, it's technically funny because I asked my girlfriend who hates musicals, like, hey, why is it that you enjoy the Disney movies and you're such a Disney princess, but you don't like musicals? And she's like, because they literally stop. The plot stops. And so, as every boyfriend should know, you could choose the path of arguing, and then nothing good will happen.
I was gonna say, like that's like every musical, by the way. But okay, I see what you mean. Like, there's no point picking that fight.
Manuel,
or I have to try and figure out what she means. So here's what I figured out. So this is something that just makes sense in my head. It is not an equation or me equating it. It's just in my head. So I think when Disney does it, like take Aladdin for example, and even though I know a Howard Ashman related project, it's gonna like feel off because he's a musical guy, but like mind you, it's one jump ahead of the, and it's like he's singing.
One jump ahead of the bread line, one swing
ahead
of the
dialogue.
sword.
You mean
I steal only when I can afford.
It's not necessarily that we're just calling it an exposition song, but like whenever somebody is singing or stuff, it feels like things are progressing even within Belle's I Want song, it kind of like flows from like one thing to another, the things that she's dealing with, and even then it has a break in the middle of it before she like goes up to the fields to say I want an adventure in the great white somewhere or something like that. It's simply that we in my head consider it like in Disney is like montage. It's doing the montage thing where stuff is technically still happening while there's the musical, versus when there's the normal musical, it's literally like the entire pace kind of comes crashing down to like specifically the setting in which it's in, not necessarily that we'll be seeing stuff like, like I'll say montage because what if there's like a training arc in the middle of it, or what if it's like, Simba, Timon and Pumbaa aging by like 7 years because of Hakuna Matata and stuff like that.
See, so the issue there is I think that like you just don't have the scope on on stage. But for the record, have you ever seen Shrek the musical? By the way, I think there's like a legally version you could watch like somewhere. But I've seen Shrek the musical live, and there's a scene where Fiona, that's her name,
Manuel,
where Fiona ages in the tower.
Yeah,
Manuel,
and that's done live.
Manuel, I have 2 things for you. One, from what I can tell on the soundtrack listing, Positivity is not in the live action version. And 2, I redeemed sing mode, so go ahead.
Meet me in St. Louis. something. That song's weird. How about like do the hoochie coochie? I'm like, what is the hoochie coochie? What is that? Is that a dance or is that sex?
Who's to say, Manuel? Who's to say?
I'm really. That's like a dead serious question.
Is it pronounced like that, or is it a sex? I don't know.
Okay, Manuel.
Yes,
I'm gonna put this up. I'm gonna put this up in the I'm going to put this up in the edit as well, but according to Wikipedia, the hoochie coochie is a catch-all term to describe several sexually provocative belly dance-like dances from the mid to late 1800s.
So it is?
Yes.
Oh, so it is. Okay. Because I was going to say, like, there's the dude who does Hulk Hogan's theme song, his big, Rick Derringer, I don't know. His big hit is the rock and roll hoochie coochie or something like that. And like, what is the hoochie coochie? Well, obviously, I guess we know now. And Judy Garland, I'm sure, is very familiar with that because that woman was ahead of her time in her escapades of sex, drugs, and rock and roll.
I mean, from what I've heard, some of it wasn't entirely willing, Manuel.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, it just seems like she was
heavy territory when you say stuff like that.
So let's move on, Manuel.
Also,
Shrek the musical.
No, okay.
Something about Fiona.
Fun fact. Hold on. I actually did a deep dive. Have you ever heard, you know, a lot of the crazy stuff about Wizard of Oz, a lot of it comes from Judy Garland. Like she said, like, oh, like the Munchkins were fucking all over the place or whatever, right? Did you know Liza Minnelli later on, like, said that she thinks her mom was just, like, on one when she said that in the interview? Like, she just showed up to the interview high as fuck, and that all that's not true?
Dude, do you know what I heard about interviews today?
There's deep
Sorry,
dives.
we're going on a tangent. Okay? Stu from Scream,
Matthew Lillard,
the actor?
Yeah.
The actor, what I learned about him was that he was not supposed to be in the movie. What happened is that his girlfriend was like, babe, follow me to an audition. Okay, babe, what are you going to audition for? It's this horror movie. Okay, who's the director? Wes Anderson, maybe? Wes Craven? I'm making this up. This part
That's a very different movie.
I'm making this up right now. Like,
Yeah.
Wes Craven, okay. And it's kind of like, hey, that guy right there. Yeah, I think he looks interesting. Like, he's probably just like, babe, I support you during audition. That was really cool. And they probably were like, hey, you know, your physique is probably what we're kind of looking for. Do you do acting? Oh, yeah, I kind of do, yeah. Okay, so, like, here's the character, and I want to see how you act as that character. And apparently they loved how he hammed it. They loved his ham. So much. They loved that hickory smoked ham that he brought of an audition. That was, like, on the spot. He had no idea he was going to really be doing it. He knew he was going to be there because of his girlfriend. And they were like, you know what? I think he made it. You know? And just like actual Stu ended up killing his girlfriend's dreams.
Well, he killed 2 girlfriends, if you remember. Like, I was thinking about the other day, like, a lot of that, Stu is crazy. And now it's become a Scream thing. Real fast, it's funny because I think that's the same way Johnny Depp got cast in Nightmare on Elm Street. A very similar story. I don't remember his name. No, it's not Thomas Dekker. I don't remember his name. But the dude who ended up playing Freddy Krueger later in the remake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He was going to go to audition for that role. Like, Johnny Depp just went with him, like, you know, as a friend, and he got cast instead. Johnny Depp did.
Okay. So, Manuel, we're on musicals. I think you were saying something about Shrek and Fiona. That's the last I remember.
Oh yeah, so like it's funny you say that because
Judy Garland.
Oh, okay. Okay. First of all, I was not making fun of Judy Garland. I was actually low key praising her, honestly. But yeah. Anyway, go watch Meet Me in St. Louis. It's on St. Louis, whatever. It's free on Tubi. That's why I watched it, and it's kind of a Christmas movie. I don't know. It's a musical.
Yeah.
It's kind of a.
My cousin loves that movie.
Really?
Yes.
People know of this movie?
Yeah, it's her favorite Judy Garland movie.
It's actually funny because I didn't know this. I mean, like, I didn't recognize all those songs. Like, I had this friend, and I only say this because it was like we grew up in a very poor neighborhood, and I remember, like, when he was
All
when
of us
he came
grew up
out.
in a very poor neighborhood.
But he was gay, and when he came out, like, I don't know how else to put this. He didn't know how to be gay. By the way, this is his own terms. I'm not like putting words in his mouth. And like, he basically like went online, like 1990s internet, went online, we're like in high school, went online and looked up, like, you know, what are the gay tropes, and he got into musicals, and you know, I like musicals too, so I was you know, we're talking about that. But I got really into Judy Garland because, you know, oh, that's the typical thing. And I remember I bought him the soundtrack to Meet Me in St. Louis on vinyl at a fucking Goodwill, and I keep thinking about this all weekend. I'm like, would that have been worth money? I wonder. I bought it for him for Christmas, and I gave him the fucking because I remember specifically when I got it, I was there with my then girlfriend, and I'm like, I don't even recognize these songs. I'm like, oh, there's a Christmas song, but is this a live album? I'm confused. And I remember specifically it has the Boy Next Door, which apparently is one of his, like, not only his favorite song at the time, but one of like Judy Garland's biggest hits. And yeah, I'm like, oh my god, it's like, I wish I kept it. I'm gonna call him up, be like, bro, you still got that? You still got that vinyl that I gave you as a Christmas gift 25 years ago?
Manuel, you really gonna try and take it back after 25 years?
No, I still do. I don't talk to him, but like, I still know him, and we're still cool. I'll ask if he has it, and we'll go from there. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anyway, Judy Garland, and also the trolley song, clang, clang, clang with the trolley.
Hey, Manuel, you remember how you said you weren't gonna repeat things you said in last night's stream?
Yeah, but fucking Warren didn't know that song, and it still bothers me. I'm like, how does no one know that song? Everyone knows that song, right? Am I just a boomer?
You're just a boomer, Manuel. We've been over this.
Anyway,
I think it's hard to feel it's hard to feel as whether or not people are really enjoying the same things that one enjoys if you're in multiple pockets of different fandoms, and it's kind of hard because it feels like, oh, I thought this one thing was like a transcendental meme, a meme that transcends and it becomes super popular rather than just the usual mainstream. That's why I'm just thinking, like, I feel that sometimes we give too much credit for, like, bro, we're in these spaces. How do you not know about this? You know, that kind of
yeah. But yeah, I've always loved musicals. I've been in musicals. I mentioned this in a few streams. I was in high school productions, not anything like real. I was in Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, and I was in The Wiz, and there's one I'm forgetting.
Oh my god, The Wiz! I forgot about that!
Oh yeah.
Oh my god, The Wiz!
The Wiz? Okay. The Wiz is a funny one, because I think the movie sucks. Because the movie changed almost all the songs. It has Michael Jackson, I guess, and who's Diana Ross?
Whitney Houston?
Whitney Houston?
No, I will look it up.
I think it's Diana Ross. The Wiz is way older than Whitney Houston. It's like in the 70s. It's all right. But that's the one that has. I do love Ease On Down the Road, and they kept that in the.
You're right, Manuel. It is Diana Ross.
Yeah. But yeah, Ease On Down the Road. Ease On Down the Road is much better than Follow the Yellow Brick Road. I said it. Everything else. Oh, and The Lion has a different song in the movie. But if you ever want to hear like, actually, I think I used to have a VHS tape, but I threw it away on accident. Like I forgot what was on it when I was like throwing away my VHS tapes. I did have it. Like I did. I think it's called "I'm a Mean Old Lion," which is the song he sings in that one. And I just talked my way through it. like the song was too fast and I could not sing it. I remember
you pulled a Maui. You pulled a Maui with You're Welcome.
No, because I remember because we all had our days where we would go over with the music director, and he would go over all of our solo songs. I had 2 solo songs. It was "Be a Lion" and "I'm a Mean Old Lion." I know, creative, I know, but. Be a Lion is the touching song where him and Dorothy have their moment, like where Dorothy's like, you're fine, you could be strong or whatever, and that's basically the lion's character growth. I literally could not sing that song. Like we tried for like hours, and I'm like, and I'll never forget the musical director's like, we're cutting Be a Lion, and you're gonna just talk through I'm a Mean Old Lion. So I kind of ruined that production. Oops.
I think it was like they didn't know if they weren't exposed to it before, which would hopefully be like 70%, because that's made up of all the people that were not originally involved that knew about it, is 70%. So they probably would not have known differently, which means you still gave them a good show.
Yeah, what's funny is that when I did Joseph came first. There was another one we did between those. I forgot what the fuck it was, but I did Joseph the year before, and in that one I was one of the brothers and I was the Pharaoh, and like when I did the Pharaoh thing, it was a bit more of like a rocking number.
Manuel,
and like,
I have to ask: did you get the Pharaoh because you're the only one who had met him personally?
Oh, you motherfucker! You motherfucker. I hate you so much. So anyway, I did the Pharaoh. I was the Pharaoh.
I'm gonna watch McDonald's now. So if you guys hear stuff, it's because I'm walking to McDonald's.
Okay. So I was the Pharaoh, and he was If you ever seen Joseph, he's an Elvis Pharaoh, and 'cause he's the king, you know.
Okay.
And we didn't do it that way. Like I said, well, we kind of did. But I remember like I did the main number, which is I forgot what the fuck it was. It was the one where he's talking about like the prophecy. He only has like 2 songs, then he disappears in the musical, and I did them like as rocking numbers because I remember like I was like, oh, you know, I'm in a band. This is a cool idea. And same musical director was like, oh yeah, that sounds cool and it's different. And yeah, it'll like the Elvis is so outdated, and which it is, by the way. I'm sure it's just as feels even worse if you go watch one now. Like, who the fuck is Elvis?
There were just 2 movies about Elvis in like the last 5 years. Okay, technically one's about Priscilla, but it has Elvis in it.
Have you heard the fucking the conspiracy theories about those movies?
No.
That they only exist so boomers can. No, it's a funny one. It's not crazy. They only exist so that the boomers can sell the collectible plates to someone when they, you know, before they die, because they wasted all this money on the Elvis collectibles. They're all worthless.
Okay, continue on with Joseph.
So anyway, so yeah, I remember when I tried out for the Lion. I remember they wanted someone else, but like literally, I'm not joking. The only reason I got the part as a Lion was because the guy who was going to play the Lion didn't have the grades for it. Like, you know, it was an extracurricular activity. Yeah, it was extracurricular activity, and like you had to maintain I want to say it was a C, but I feel like it was higher than that. You had to maintain a certain GPA, and he didn't meet it. So like he was barred from doing any extracurricular activities at the school. So that's the only reason I got the part. I don't think I've ever told that part of the story. So in case you're wondering, like, how they cast you if you can't sing, that's why. It was basically
they had no other options.
Yeah, basically, like I remember, like they were even wondering what to do with me because it's like we don't want to not. First of all, it's a high school thing, so I don't want to like everyone. Pretty much, if you try out and you pass everything, you'll be in it somewhere, you know. Yeah. But it was just like, do we give him a part, or is he just like a guard? You know, someone in the background, or is he a munchkin? Manuel a munchkin? I don't think they have munchkins in that one. I think they're like. I think they are the Munchkin characters are something else, but they do exist. But yeah, but yeah. So, anyways, yeah, I got the Lion. I was supposed to be the Wiz at one point. Oh, speaking of which, and we'll get on to Wicked right now. Speaking of which, the guy who played the Wiz,
yeah,
he was a friend of mine too. The one who in the high school production, he also was having trouble with his solo songs. He also had 2. And there's a final song. It's a huge number. It's a huge production, and he could not sing his last solo song either. And the musical director's like, you know what? We're cutting that song.
They couldn't find someone who could sing and just pull a Singing in the Rain?
And the best part is, I'm not joking, there's a scene where he gets in the hot air balloon and flies away, and it's a whole number, right? It's a whole number. And because the song got cut, he would just like, see you later, everyone! And just gets in the hot air balloon and leaves. Yeah, our musical was so... I remember I made the joke, like, our musical got circumcised.
Your musical got circumcised.
It got circumcised. Yeah, I was a stupid high school kid. I remember kept making that joke, and everyone kept repeating it. But yeah, and then and now we have Wicked.
The reason for today's episode,
which apparently did really, really well, and I have mixed feelings on it. And don't get me wrong, they're mostly positive. But I have mixed feelings about it. Like, it was in production hell for a while. Yeah. And I'm just like, was this the movie I would have wanted it to be? Probably not. But I'm glad the production values are there, and I'm glad that at the very least we're gonna get the second half. I feel like it's the Dune. I keep saying Doom. The Dune thing again, where like I get that you have 2 halves. I get I don't like it, but I get that you want to split the 2 movies, you know, because I'm sure the studio wants its money back. Yeah. But why the fuck don't they ever film those at the same time? These aren't like separate movies in the grand scheme of things. They're parts of the same whole.
Yes.
And it blows my mind that they did not film Wicked Part 2 yet.
Wait, they didn't film it yet?
No, it's going into production.
Even Endgame was like filmed like around
That's
the
what
same
I
time
mean.
that they.
That's what confuses me. That's what blows my mind. I'm like, how the fuck did you not film it? How'd you not just film the whole movie? And wouldn't that save so much money, like in the
Yeah.
grand scheme of things? But no, they had it. And what happened if the Wicked Part 1, which they're not calling it that, obviously, what if that flopped? Will we just never get Part 2?
I
Manuel,
mean, that's why
What?
we have the last Airbender. You know that's a thing.
Are you gonna
uh,
tell me I'm wrong, JD?
oh no, I was gonna say it looks like they were originally meant to, but they got paused because of the writers and actors strikes, which prevented it.
Oh, okay. No, because I was about to get on your case. I'm like, no, I actually looked that up before we went.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm like, because when I saw that, by the way, like I saw the thing they were adding new songs, and JD, ever jaded JD is all like, oh, they're doing this, they can get the, I know that alliteration, man. He's all saying that that's for Oscar bait reasons, which is probably true, but I just think it's so that it's because the second half is not as robust as the first. It had
It
the
can be
songs,
both,
and
Manuel.
it's shorter. Huh?
It can be both.
I guess, but like, I remember I was talking to Rose about it when Wicked first did numbers at the box office, and she was saying, "Okay, guys, we need to go talk to the Avenue Q people and get them to rush a live action movie and let it win the not the Oscar, let it take the Oscar away." Because for those who don't know, when Wicked came out, it was supposed to sweep the Tonys, but it didn't, because Avenue Q came out of nowhere and swept the Tonys instead.
Avenue Q.
And like, yeah, everyone makes that joke now, and I'm like, well, okay, I don't think anyone's made that joke about like the live action Avenue Q, which is, I'm sure, never gonna happen. But I was like, yeah, I would love to see that. Also, it's funny that Avenue Q ever beat Wicked because they are such different scales in terms of shows. Like Avenue Q is so tiny. Wait, oh, Alexa's talking to me. Hold on. Let me unplug my Alexa. Hold on. Give me a second. Okay, sorry. Alexa's being stupid. I don't know what she wants, but she can wait.
She can wait.
Oh, it's trying to tell me something about the fucking because I'm watching this on my Kindle and it doesn't like that I'm doing that. Okay, I'm getting notifications like in my face now. Okay, anyway, what were we talking about?
Oh yeah, Manuel.
Wicked?
I'm looking up like every news source I can, and everyone's that I'm finding says that Part 2 has already been shot. It just hasn't gone through post production yet.
Are you sure? That's not what
I'm looking at Hollywood Reporter, iHeartRadio. I'm looking through news sources. Yeah, I will. I will correct it if I'm wrong. If I can find like enough evidence against it, but it looks like they have been shot back to back or together.
That's weird because that's not what I saw earlier. But I don't know. Then again, I'll be honest with you. Like I was just researching that today when I was like trying to like, because I haven't watched the full movie yet. I'm iffy on theaters these days. Dude, Josh, were they singing in your theater?
Oh wait, what do you mean by singing in my theater?
When you saw the movie, were they singing along with it?
Why did you say that?
They weren't. They were just practicing normal movie etiquette, and it could just be because they didn't go during the first weekend. I saw it this previous weekend with Moana, and so like I'm pretty sure that the case for that being is that all the theater kids who went to go do their sing along shit went the first weekend, you know?
I can't stand when people. Okay,
Yeah.
I hope.
I was gonna say that's the same reason my sister hasn't seen it yet. She wants to see it, but she doesn't want to go when like the theater kids are still there and singing in the theater.
Yeah, the theater kids all went through in the first weekend. If you go watch it now, you'll just be watching with normies, and nobody's going to be doing anything.
All right, I'll
You'll
let her
just
know.
be able to watch it and not hear the hums of the like weirdo soprano person and like the not soprano, the alto and sopranos, and the altos trying to match, and then you're just kind of sitting in your seat eating your popcorn, and you're just kind of like, yeah, can I just watch the movie and listen to them? I didn't come here to experience you when your theater department isn't even doing this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Unless this is the Rocky Horror Show and I paid extra for that experience, I do not want to hear singing in the fucking theater.
I think that's at least
interaction is the reason.
That's one of the selling points of Rocky Horror, Manuel.
Yeah, but like I, I haven't been to many musicals since the pandemic, and part of me wonders if you get that bullshit in live theater because for the record, um, if anyone doesn't know this, you don't sing along in musicals. You're not supposed to in theater, especially. Um, I remember I went to a production of Avenue Q, and um, and it was at this local theater, the Cupcake Theater in Hollywood, and they had signs everywhere saying not to sing, and even the guy who like did the MC at the beginning, he mentioned it too. He's like, we normally don't say this, but because Avenue Q is a big show, we get a lot more, of not just the people who always come to the theater. Like, it's not considered polite to sing during the musical, and it's like, yes, we have had like, and in case you're wondering, we put these signs up for a reason, because on the preview nights, people started singing. And I'm like, I wonder if that's gonna be the case now if you go to like a musical post-pandemic. Like if you go see Wicked and like Pantages, will they be singing along? Because that's fucking annoying.
I'm
Especially,
pretty sure they still have the guys who will pull you aside and be like,
yeah,
please
exactly. Because I'm
respectfully shut
like,
the fuck up, or we will eject you from the building.
I would hope so because, and especially if it's like a big production like that where the tickets are like upwards of $100. Hell no, I'd be fucking pissed. Um, but yeah, for the record, you're not supposed to sing. I went to a Peter Pan production, which if you remember my stories
Saying
about
it's this story, right?
huh?
It's the
Yeah,
peak story.
well, the puke story. Yeah, we're talking about puke. She was on the wire, and she was singing. Not about her though. But when I went to that musical, I remember like I sat like our seats were behind this mom and like her three kids. And mind you, the kids were actually being fine. I'm not complaining about the kids for once in my life. The kids were being like just watching the musical. The fucking mom, when they like every song would start, she would try to get the kids to sing along. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And thank God the kids did it. But I was like, oh my God, like, what are you doing? Like, first of all, it's not like the kids were complaining and she was trying to placate them. She was legit just like creating a scene. And I'm like, and the theater was like pretty full. Like, there were people next to her on either side and we were behind her. It's like, what the hell are you doing? It's like, we don't want to hear you and your kids sing. We want to see Tinkerbell vomit on stage. Anyway. You get your McDonald's, Josh. What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm at the McDonald's now. I'm just waiting to see if they have the order. They have the next order up for me actually that's being served. So
Oh,
I'm
you're
gonna see
having one of
if
those.
like,
You're having one of those situations where it's like they skipped my number.
or either that or somebody like grabs it, where somebody's like, I'm Josh, and it's just kind of like, are they gonna really ask him if he's Josh or not? Or are they gonna be like, oh, there's like a gazillion Joshes. And then somebody's gonna be like, there's no way there's a gazillion Joshes. And then they're gonna be like walking as they're saying this, and they'll be like, look, watch. There it goes. There's a Josh, there's a Josh,
It's
there's a
funny.
Josh. And then what's funny is as they're saying that, there's like a melody that's starting to play in the background, and then it starts to get a little bit more redonkulous, and then cue first verse, and now we've reached the musical. Otherwise,
It's McDonald's the musical. Oh my
don't give them
God!
ideas, Manuel.
I hate this job. I'm making burgers and fries. Anyway, no. It's funny because my local McDonald's, they know me, so like I'm sure they wouldn't give my food to someone else. But I went to this other, which is actually I call that my local McDonald's, but it's only local to me because it's by the market I go to, so I go there. But the McDonald's by my house. The one actually by my house, they do that thing like Chipotle does, where if you place an order through the app or through Uber Eats, they just put it on a shelf, like on like a cabinet thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have
like,
that here, but I don't see anything on the shelf.
they put it. They just put it there. Like they didn't even call things out. They just put it there and walk away. And there've been many a times when I'm just like, would I be a horrible person if I just grab one of those and leave?
Yes, Manuel, you would.
I guess it would just depend on like what the case was for it, because like technically this burger only cost me 50 cents, but
So see, like,
that's pretty
kind
cheap.
of. Oh wait, what's cat girl? Oh, it's your girlfriend. You better be getting my Happy Meal.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Let me
your
check,
girlfriend wants to know
because
where her
that's
Happy Meal
between
is.
The apps and
Wait,
stuff.
I think right now they have the Mario Kart toys.
Oh, okay, can we get to musicals?
No, Mario Kart the musical. Have you not seen it? I'm just kidding. So, what's your favorite musical, Josh?
Wait, what did her message say? Because like I can't
She wants
see
a
it from my
Happy
end.
Meal.
Her message
Oh yeah,
is specifically.
she wants the pet, what's it called, Pet Simulator Happy Meal.
Okay.
Did you get it for her?
Unfortunately, I didn't pick up a Pet Simulator Happy Meal here, so that's my bad. I gotta pick one up soon before they like switch it to Sonic or something.
Oh, I forgot the Sonic movie is coming out. But anyway, what's your favorite musical, JD? I'll go to you first.
Okay, are we counting the movie musicals? Because we were talking about this. Yeah, Aladdin, the original 1991 animated movie.
Do you prefer that? Have you seen the Have you seen the musical?
Yes, I've seen the. You mean the stage musical or the live action movie?
The stage musical.
I haven't seen the stage. I haven't seen the stage musical. I've seen like a stage production of it, but it was more just another iteration on the story rather than an adaptation of the Disney movie.
Okay, yeah, because if you see the stage musical, it's really different. Like there's no monkey.
I can imagine that the stuff needed to try and train a monkey is probably.
Yeah, there's no monkey, and he has friends, and like his main friend is Babkak. Babkak? Yeah, Babkak, Omar, Kasim, and Babkak's he's kind of like the Abu. Abu. He's the Abu stand-in because like most of the stuff that like he needs to decide, it's him, even though he has 3 friends.
Also, Manuel, let me know when Josh is back because I had to mute him so he doesn't get on the recording.
Well, he's there. You can unmute him.
Okay.
You can unmute him. He got his food.
I heard you. I just need to go to click the unmute. Okay, there you go. You're back, Josh.
But yeah, I like Aladdin too.
Security. I used to work for those guys. Can you believe they only charged? They charged like I was working at the what's it called? What was it called? I was working at the golf course, the country club. They only paid like $16 an hour.
What the hell?
Okay.
Security?
Favorite musicals?
What?
Yeah, security should probably
What's your favorite musical, Josh?
Favorite musical? Yeah, that's a toughie. Let me see. Wait, hold on. If they sing a lot of songs, wait, hello?
Yeah, we can hear you. You're there.
Oh, I know what's going on. I accidentally left the what's it called? I left the stream on. I left the stream on, and it was giving me a
you're
weird
in echo.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so what's it called? Okay, wait. So we established that it only has 1 or 2 songs. It's not really a musical, though, right?
I mean, you can still okay, if it's 1 or 2, no. Like, what are you talking?
Do the like Disney Renaissance still count?
Yeah, of course. Maybe not Snow White, but like the Renaissance ones count.
No, Manuel, the Renaissance started with Little Mermaid and went through like Hercules. I think it's
I think only the Renaissance technically are the musical ones because the others have like 1 or 2 songs only.
That makes sense. I'm walking into the Jack in the Box now to grab the other thing I ordered.
Yeah, Josh apparently decided to stage a fast food run and didn't ask us if we wanted anything.
I know. I want 2 tacos and like.
Yeah, can you give me a 5-piece chicken strips and fries, please?
And they have breakfast all day.
They're hungry.
And it's Jack in the Box. They have the weird menu. I want egg rolls and chicken and a teriyaki bowl.
Oh my gosh. How about dang, sorry, I need to get back to the musical. I was about to say Scott Pilgrim like an idiot. What's it called? Dang, that's a really hard one because then there's like all these other sub ones that like I want to throw in there.
Okay,
I
don't even know if I have an answer to this, by the way. I say it, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think I have an answer.
Okay.
Oh, Mulan.
I'll go with that.
Move on. Mulan's a good one.
That's my
that
favorite Disney movie.
I wonder if that's ever gonna get a Broadway adaptation.
Oh, okay.
I feel like Mulan's troublesome, but like, because the live action.
Wait, how many songs does it have? It has like
it has
a lot.
It's
like 6.
Okay, it has
Be a Man. Okay, well, let's think about this. Yeah,
it has I'll Make a Man Out of You, A Girl Worth Fighting For, Reflection.
Oh, I love Reflection. Yeah.
And the
Honor to Us All.
Also.
The one where she made up in the opening. Wait, it doesn't have that many songs because after they finish A Girl Worth Fighting For, it just gets all serious and then it's
Doesn't
no
the
music.
Hunt have a song?
No, I don't believe so.
Mulan soundtrack.
And then there's obviously True to Your Heart, but that's just for the end credits and not sung by characters.
Oh, you're right. True to Your Heart. Well, True to Your Heart has apparently a Stevie Wonder version.
Oh yeah, Stevie Wonder's on the song. with 98 Degrees.
What?
Yeah, weird combination of musicians for that.
That's a time capsule band right there.
It's funny because I was looking up Christmas albums and 98 Degrees did one, and I was listening to it. I'm like, wow, remember 98 Degrees? Remember Nick Lachey? Is that his name? I'm guessing there. I only know that because he was dating Jessica Simpson.
Yeah, they got married.
I feel like I'm.
Okay, wait. Like, how about this? How about this for a controversial pick? Okay.
Okay.
I'll say Pocahontas has great songs, terrible plot.
Okay.
Okay, like, I was gonna say, like, I watched Pocahontas not recently, like about like when Disney Plus first came around, like 2018, whatever year that was. I remember I watched Pocahontas again for the first time since I was a child, and I'm like, man, there's some weirdness to this plot. Like, did you ever notice when you watch that now? Like, I'm like, they try to, and I get what they're trying to do, and I get technically the message they're trying to do about the whole war thing, but where they're basically like doing that song where like the Pilgrims or what everyone, the colonizers are singing this, or arming themselves against the Native Americans, whatever.
I believe the song's called Savages.
Is that what it was called? Yes. And like, I'm like, okay, let's be real here. One side was far more savage than the other. Like, they try to equate them as if like, oh, they're both being bad, you know? And I get it, but I'm like, what? No. That's not the message. Who wrote this?
The lyrics of the music.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was it Tim Rice? I feel. I feel like it's Tim
Steven
Rice.
Schwartz.
Tim Rice does everything. Oh God, never mind. Okay, you win this round, Tim Rice.
No, Tim Rice was like the back half of the Aladdin music, and I think he was also on The Lion King with Elton John.
He did Hercules too.
Oh, he was. Okay.
He definitely did Hercules because I remember like it's not come out yet, but he was the one who announced that they're working on a Broadway Hercules, which I could only assume got delayed because of the pandemic and they just stopped talking about it. But yeah, I guess if I had a favorite musical, I don't know. I have some off the.
I was right in what I was thinking. It's David Zippel who did the lyrics for Hercules.
David Zippel?
Yeah.
Is Tim Rice not on that?
Nope.
It's the other dude though. It's the Ashman. It's not Ashman. It's
Alan Menken.
Menken.
Yeah, he did the music.
Okay, I guess it was him that announced it because I thought that was another Menken Rice one. I guess I was wrong. But yeah, I guess if I had to pick a musical, I don't know. Like
just tacos for Josh.
Okay, I'm muting him again.
I'll let you know. So. And I'll cheat. I'll do two different. I'll do two. If I had, okay, actually, I'm not even cheat.
Okay.
I know what my favorite musical is. I don't know how did I forget this. My favorite musical is Jesus Christ Superstar.
Okay, I thought you were gonna go a Little Shop of Horrors because I know you like Suddenly Seymour.
Okay. I like.
Manuel, are you thinking or are you waiting for Josh to speak?
No.
Okay. Just because there's a long pause, so I can't hear Josh, I was wondering if he was just saying something.
Oh, he was saying something. Sorry, I don't know if you heard. He was talking about Grease 2. Sorry, I forgot you muted him.
Grease 2.
Okay, I like Grease 2. Fuck you. I like Grease 2. Fun fact. We're not doing this. We're not doing this list. But if we were talking about favorite songs, I just put those into solo and like duets and whatever. But Cool Rider. From was Cool Rider? Smooth Rider? It's Cool Rider. Cool. I always get Cool Rider from Grease 2 is one of my favorite musical songs of all time, and I like Grease 2. It has the reproduction song, all about sex. It has the Girl for All Seasons. There's some great songs in there. I just think
it's the Pocahontas dilemma. Great songs, horrible plot.
Okay,
or in this case, a retreaded plot that just doesn't really hit.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's horrible. It's a bad plot because it's a retread, but it's also aged far better than the first one. There's some weirdness in the first one, like, and I'm not talking about just the whole thing about like what's that line about like from the Summer Lovin' about like. There's like a weird, kind of sexual assault.
He put up a fight.
There you go. And there's also the Grease Lightning. There's all like, talking about grabbing tit and everything like that. And like
they say they'll be getting lots of tit.
And getting girls creamed.
That at least doesn't say anything about it being unwilling. I would assume it's willing in that case just because they think the car is cool.
Well, still, and there's other just weirdness of that one. Um, we have we have. Do we have Frankie Valli and Frankie Avalon? Like, I feel like they're both in that one.
Oh, he's in the intro, but he's not
Well,
really a
Frankie-
part of it.
Well, who's the guy who sings the song when in the dream? It's not Frankie Valli. I know it's because Frankie Valli sings Grease, but we'll look that up later. All I know about Frankie Valli is he's doing that weird tour right now that everyone says is like, you know, with like lip syncing. But anyway, I like
Manuel,
Grease
Frankie
2 would be
Avalon's
up
the
there.
Teen Angel.
See, that's what I mean. Like, I always thought that was funny, and I used to get them. Thanks to Grease, I get both of them confused. Frankie Avalon and Frankie Valli are both in that movie. What's up with 50s idols being called Frankie?
Maybe just a lot of people wanted to name their kid Francis or Francisco. There are a bunch of names for Frankie.
No, but Jesus Christ Superstar is by far and away my favorite musical of all time. I know every. I could honestly sing it terribly from start to finish right now. Like, I know every fucking word to that one. It's also, I love sung through musicals. There's not that many. There's like that and like Joseph and like
Hamilton.
it was like Hamilton.
Oh,
Technically,
dude, Hamilton. Also, shoot, let me change my answer again.
Hamilton has songs I don't like though. Like, is it sexist if I say I hate any song with the women?
Yes, Manuel.
I don't know how else to phrase that. I can't stand any of the songs that involve the female characters. Like, they're
What?
just bad songs. Yes.
I scoff at you, sir. I spit at you.
Helpless,
I
Manuel.
my thumb
And
at
for
you.
the,
What the fuck?
for the record, it has nothing to do with the. Actually, the characters are written pretty badly too. Like, I just think so. Maybe if he had a female partner to like write some of the characters better and those songs better, like, I don't know. I don't like any song that involves them, and I don't think they're bad singers. Definitely not. It's just like, I don't know. I like the more obvious, like, you know, any song that involves like Hamilton falling in love with her name. I forget her name. I know Peggy's the younger sister, but that's not the one that he falls in love with.
Eliza? I can't remember which one is.
Eliza. There you go. It
I
is
can't
Eliza.
remember which sister is which.
Like, I think it's the Tonight song. I forgot what the fuck the Tonight. Anyways, yeah, literally, there's like a third of the musical I just do not like. I just like, oh man. But there's some amazing songs in there. The Room Where It Happens is one of my favorite musical songs of all time too.
Yes, it's really good.
Yeah, that's a really good one. Honestly, just anything in that. The first 4 or 5 songs, and they're all like back to back too. You know, those are all really great. You know, Not Throw Away My Shot. Is that what that one's called?
My
the
Shot.
Alexander Hamilton one. Oh, My Shot. Yeah. And then all the songs. Oh, and then the one that King sings, "You'll Be Back."
I'll be back. Da da da
You'll
da
be back.
da
Yeah,
da 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 da. We're getting copyright claim for this episode. Please support us on Patreon because you're not going to see this on YouTube.
But yeah, it's
That's why I'm trying not to get you, like, I'm here as a guest. I can't get you guys kicked out. What the fuck?
yeah. I forgot. I really like Hamilton, don't I? I just wish the female characters were like, okay. I wish they had better songs, honestly, because the characters.
Bro, no. No, you're satisfied. That song is fucking banger.
Yeah, satisfied.
No, I do not like that song.
Manuel's not satisfied, apparently.
I'm not satisfied. I'm not satisfied with the song "Satisfied." Lin-Manuel Miranda. I'm getting those correct. The order of those.
Yes,
yeah,
Lin-Manuel
whatever.
Miranda.
Yeah,
Satisfied is so good. How can you not like it?
I just don't. Also, this is neither here nor there. Like, I get what he's going for with the whole immigrant thing, but that pisses me off each time I hear those lines because I'm like, no one in this story is an immigrant. Like, by the definition of the term, no one in that story is. Unless, first of all, let's count everyone a fucking colonizer. But like, there was no America, first of all. But like, Hamilton definitely wasn't, and fucking Lafayette, he's just a visiting foreign national. He didn't move to the U.S. and stay there. He was just helping out. Then he went right back. I don't know. I just feel like I get what you're going for, and obviously, you know, like I understand, but like, just cast the musical and you don't have to put that in there, or find a real immigrant in the fucking thing. I don't know. Was there an immigrant in history?
Yes, Manuel, there probably were. If I can find any in my quick research during editing, I'll put it up there. You can't see where I'm pointing, but you know where it'll be. It's where the
and also,
corrections
I'm
always
telling you
are.
this right now. People like to point out that I think they consider Hamilton an immigrant because he was like a resident of the West Indies or something, and then came to the U.S. That's still bullshit. That was not like its own country yet. So yes, it doesn't matter. He's British like everyone else and becomes American like everyone else. I do remember they around the same time when Hamilton came out, they tried to make an Andrew Jackson musical.
Bloody Andrew Jackson.
Yeah, and I kind of like some of I like the songs, but I'm like, bro, what were you thinking? And yes, they even have songs about him and Indians and whatever, and it's just like. And for the record, if anyone comes at me,
Guys,
I've
guys,
since learned that Indians and Native American terms are still pretty interchangeable as long as you're not trying to be offensive. But anyway,
real quick,
what?
real quick, to interrupt your racism. Um,
Good one.
I couldn't order two. They nerfed the taco deals because it's Taco Tuesday at Jack in the Box, and
It is Tuesday.
it used to be online. You could web order one tacos, and then get 2 more tacos for free. So you got 4 tacos for $1. But they nerfed it now. They said no, it's now 99 cents. You did not meet the clearance of $1 to get 4 tacos for $1. So instead, I got a monster taco, and I can confirm that the monster taco is longer than a regular taco.
You know, it's funny you say that because I've always wondered that. I always just assume that it's like the Del Taco tacos, where they just say they give you more, but they usually don't. They just like,
Manuel, having compared those tacos fairly recently, they give you more.
Are you sure? Or it might be the Del Taco.
Yeah, the Del Taco is definitely bigger. Like their snack tacos are like tiny.
No, but what I'm trying to say is it might be your Del Taco because I've gone to many.
I feel like I've done it like at least 4 different Del Tacos.
I feel like it's also that Little Caesars thing when you order the regular pizza or the extra most bestest. I've seen them just give anyone whatever pizza they have. Do not get the extra most bestest. I know from working like fast food and knowing people who work fast food throughout my life that like most stores. Most
my
stores will
girlfriend
just cut
agrees
everything
so
out.
hard.
No, because it's like
No, for real, I will agree too. I don't think they really are giving you the extra most bestest. I think they're just giving you whatever the fuck.
Well, I know for a fact that what I go to, they don't fucking give you shit. And like every times I've wasted my money on that. Well, okay, it's funny because what you try to do for the tacos right now, I do that all the time for Little Caesars. My little hack right here. If Little Caesars has a deal, we have to hit a minimum and you get something for free. The app is broken, and you can include the free item in the total, and then it'll let you do it, then the total will go way below the free item. I'm saying that weird, but you can include the free item in the minimum total purchase price. Because it doesn't become free until you're done.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm sure JD loves that we got this DVC.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, franchise fast food places like the owners will always try to skimp everything. That's just the real. And then the poor frontline workers have to skimp everything, and then there you go. Which is funny that Chipotle gets into all the nonsense because they're not franchise; they're just cheap. Like
and they're not very good, but okay. Manuel, musicals.
Every Chipotle is corporate owned, but still being annoying.
I know how we can tie this back to musicals.
The Hoochie
Food
Coochie?
Fight.
Food Fight.
Is it Food Fight? The one with the Seth Rogen and
Yes.
Oh no, that's not Food Fight. That's Sausage Party.
Oh,
Sausage
is that a
Party.
musical?
Yeah, Sausage Party. No. It technically isn't by your definition, but they do start singing at the very beginning.
It does have music by Alan Menken.
Are you serious?
Yes, they got him to compose a song, and he had so much fun doing it. He did music for, I think, the entire movie.
The fuck? Okay, I need to watch Sausage Party. I did not know this. I never knew this.
Oh, and he just did music for Spellbound, a movie that just came out on Netflix.
Oh, I should watch that one too. I didn't know any of this.
Oh my God, Spellbound. No, Godspell. Oh shit. Godspell.
Oh, Godspell. Godspell. I've seen that one. I've seen the movie.
Manuel, is that 2 words or 1?
One word. Godspell. Yeah. There's some great musicals out there. I love all me my musicals. What am I saying? Am I having a stroke here? I love a lot of musicals. During the pandemic, they made a Goosebumps musical, and it's they based it off of, because obviously Goosebumps is like, it's they didn't go the movie route. They didn't just make a general Goosebumps musical. They based it off one of the books, and the book they based it off of was Phantom of the Auditorium. Um, and I love the musical. It's great. R.L. Stein even has a guest. He's like the principal, and like at first it was just a cast album because it was like during the pandemic when they did it, and then but they've since like taken to the theaters like somewhere on the East Coast. It's like super like not a Broadway musical, um, but um, but great music and everything like that. But ever since I learned that R.L. Stein didn't write a lot of the Goosebumps books himself, uh, I can't help but shake the feeling that, because we don't know. Okay, actually, we have real confirmation on some of them, because some of them people have figured out that they put the real authors' names on the copyright pages. But some of them, that information is just not there. So we don't know exactly which books he wrote and didn't. At least not all of them. And I'm like, did he even write Phantom of the Auditorium? Are we praising him for this musical that like some poor underpaid ghostwriter who probably got paid like $200 like for that book forever? It's like, and now they get a musical based off of it, and he can't say anything probably because he just has some like fucking weird contract. Anyways, I love R.L. Stein, but I hate that he still denies that he still denies the ghostwriting thing, even though Scholastic literally tried to sue him, and that's all. Like, they put the documents out there. It's fact. It is not a conspiracy theory or like a lie. Like, it is fact, but he still denies it. He's like, I wrote them all, and I'm like, bro, just stop lying. Like, you don't have to lie. Like, besides, like, I don't know, but my young ass, when I was reading all those books, and he was doing like, I think he was literally doing like a Goosebumps book a month, a Fear Street book a month, and like he would still do his like regular book a month. He was writing like 3 books a month.
Damn.
I'm like, come on. Yeah, like, come on.
I don't even think Stephen King on all the cocaine he did in the 80s could do that.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It's like no one's gonna be upset. Just be like, okay, I did not write 50 books a year. I wrote 12. That's fine. Just own up to
like
it.
that sometimes.
Just own up to it, bro. Anyway. Phantom of the Auditorium. Phantom of the Opera is a good one too.
Did you say Phantom of the Auditorium?
Yeah, Phantom of the Auditorium is the Goosebumps one. But Phantom of the Opera is a good musical too. Actually, there's a lot of good Phantom musicals. The one just called Phantom is a good one also.
It's okay. I feel that it has a pocket in that it did what it did well, and I just kind of feel that the fandom that sprouted has led to some questionable items being produced. One of those being the movie that was technically a sequel to it, and I'm just like, okay.
Oh, I thought you were going to just say
wait.
Love Never Dies.
Yeah, Love Never Dies sucks.
Yeah, it does.
What I hate about Love Never Dies is one of those musicals where it keeps getting rewrites, and this is actually pretty common. Like Chess.
Yes, Chess.
The one night in Bangkok one that has like 3 different versions, and Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, or I think that's what that was called. I don't know if it's called like something weird, but that musical has like 3 distinct versions too.
3 distinct versions even.
Oh, like in Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde has very distinctly different versions. It is technically the same musical.
Why the need for so many rewrites? I thought the story was pretty straightforward.
Exactly, but then it's always funny because like Molly likes this one song from it, and technically the song exists in all the versions, but with different lyrics. And I'm like, which one do you like again? Actually, I don't even remember which one she likes. Now that I said it out loud, it's the one from the David Hasselhoff one, but I just forget what the song is.
Okay,
Anyway,
David Hasselhoff, respect, yeah.
Yeah, he's in one of them, but Love Never Dies got the same treatment. Not as bad, but like they kept rewriting the second act, and I'm like, the whole musical is weird because we already know how it ends because that's what book ends the real Phantom musical. Like we see that dude old and like he's buying the monkey and like he's in the old opera house and whatever and it's burnt down or whatever the fuck happened. I don't remember the plot, but yeah, I just find that weird. Also, I tell this joke all the time. When I remember, like, I went to go see, I've seen the Phantom a couple times, but one of the more recent times to go see it was when it was touring, and I went in Vegas, and we had the most nosebleedy seats you've ever seen. We were above the chandelier, like the chandelier that drops.
Oh shit.
Like we were high up. And
So if the chandelier dropped, then you would like have the best view, right?
we gotta see it fall. Like we saw like oh they're gonna drop it because we see when they were like getting ready to lower it. But we had a weird view of the stage. Like we were like eagle eye. So whenever I don't know if you've ever seen Phantom, but like there's a musical within the musical. So there's parts where they go backstage. But we can see them go backstage, like the fake backstage, like because
you're so high up, you actually can see the top. Holy crap!
Yes, and I remember at one point when this dramatic scene where they show the Phantom's face, and I remember when we went to the intermission, I was there with the person I went with, and she's like, "Oh my god, like I saw that I saw that the guy played Simba before, but like we got a Black Phantom. Like there haven't been there's only been so many." And I'm like, that dude was black. I couldn't see anything. The dude could have been the fucking guy from the Blue Man Group. I can't see shit up here. It's like, what the hell? I was so upset. Yeah, we did get to see I think the then current Simba played our Phantom, and I'm like, he sings great. I have no idea who the fuck that is.
Manuel,
I'm getting called up to be at my center stage now, so. I am gonna be departing from this.
We'll
probably wrap it up in a second anyway.
I'll add in some few things and we'll wrap it up. See ya.
Yeah. See ya, Josh.
Well, laters. Have a good one. Thank you for having me, Tri-State area. I'll talk to all of y'all later. Bye.
All right. Bye. Were we gonna say JD?
Yeah. So I was looking it up, and the song that Molly likes from Jekyll and Hyde, which is the name of the musical, by the way, is "A New Life."
A New Life. Okay. But yeah. It's funny because I was like, I don't know what song it is. It's in the anyway.
Yeah, I had to go back through her karaoke list, and I found it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember she was talking about. I'm like, because when she talks about it, I prefer the older version of the Jekyll and Hyde musical when all the songs were a lot darker, and like I said, that melody is there, but it's a different song. And I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah, that was, it's not really a musical, but I had that same thing when I was watching Your Lie in April because they played through part of Tchaikovsky's Sleeping Beauty suite. And so they played through the same tune as Once Upon a Dream from the Disney Sleeping Beauty. But because there's no lyrics to it, it's just like, wait, I know that tune. And then realizing, oh, it's a completely different song in the original suite that they just used the melody for to write that song.
Speaking of Disney songs that get used all the time, if you're a fan of jazz, especially anything that's not jazz, I guess even jazz fusion, you know how many times you go to a jazz show and they'll fucking play "Someday My Prince Will Come"?
Yeah, I mean, they turned that into a jazz standard. I think it was Fitzgerald who did it.
Yeah, and there's a really cool Miles Davis. There's a Miles Davis one.
I know.
Yeah, and there's some other famous ones, but yeah. It's a mad jazz standard. There's so many times I go and I'm like, oh, they're playing "Someday My Prince Will Come."
I mean, same thing with John Coltrane and my favorite things from The Sound of Music.
Oh, you're right. Oh, I keep forgetting My Favorite Things is from that.
Yeah.
The Sound of Music. That's another musical.
Yeah, adjusted for inflation, the highest grossing musical domestically, at least.
Really?
Yeah, it's at more than $1 billion. I will put up the exact numbers I saw this morning, adjusted for inflation, in the edit. It's a lot.
Oh, damn. Well, yes. And to finish my thought about my favorite musicals, we already said Jesus, Christ Superstar. I already said Jesus. My favorite movie musical would be
Thank you. I didn't. Oh, thanks, Warren, for coming and subscribing.
Oh, what's up? Come by next week when we talk about Christmas music. Oh shit, he's subscribed for 6 months.
16 months total.
Okay.
Not in advance.
Okay, I was really confused. Like, bro, what are you doing?
We might not be around that long.
That's what I was saying. Like, bro, I don't know, man. I feel so obligated when people subscribe for more than a month. I'm like, ah, shit. I gotta continue this charade for another 2 months. I'm just kidding. But anyway. But no, movie musicals. I think not Little Shop. Even though Richard O'Brien has said some rather sus things lately, surprisingly sus things about like his views on trans people. I still love Rocky Horror Picture Show. Um, it's a decent movie version of musical. Like there's not that many I think that really adapt a stage musical to movie, and that's one of the few that does it okay. I do think that like there's some weird performances in there. Like why the fuck is Richard O'Brien like he cast himself and it's like bro's like me.
Which role?
He's a riffraff.
Okay.
Like if you ever see the musical, like Riff Raff's usually a lot more lively, and you can always tell when you go to production that's influenced by the movie because they'll have like Riff Raff singing like this, like I'm tired and old, but like Riff Raff's lively. I just find that funny. But anyway, yeah, that'd probably be my favorite movie one. And I guess if I had to pick a Disney one, it'd be Little Mermaid.
Okay.
Because of not Under the Sea. What's the fucking part of your world?
Okay.
Under the Sea.
You mean somewhere that's dry?
Shut up. Shut up.
This is the first time I made that joke, Manuel, so I will. Okay.
You've made that joke before.
Yes. We talked about the Little Mermaid sometime before.
We watched Little Shop of Horrors.
Manuel, it might have been on a gaming stream one time when you were talking about it.
I think also I remember I did a DTL on musicals I like. Was it musicals I like or was it just Urinetown? I don't remember. Urinetown's a good musical.
You did one on Urinetown. I think you did one on your favorite musical songs.
Oh, that's what it was. I remember now. I remember that. Yeah, never mind. That's what it was. Because I remember I talked about Cool Rider. I talked about Suddenly Seymour. I still fucking love Suddenly Seymour. That song's amazing. Like I said, that would probably and Part of Your World kind of depending on my mood. I will say one of those two will be my favorite. That's literally depending on my mood, or probably which one I just heard recently. But anyway,
yeah.
I guess we're wrapping up. What are your final thoughts on musicals?
I have definitely not seen enough. I think, especially of non-animated ones. I was trying to do some prep for this one, but I was just swamped with so much other work for A to J stuff and some other things I've been doing in my spare time that I didn't get to watch much. I did watch one filmed production of American Idiot, and that was about it.
Oh, there's a really good one. I should show it to you. I'll share with you later. There's one that's on YouTube that they filmed in a warehouse. Was that the one you saw?
It was the LA production one. I don't know if it was the one in the warehouse.
Oh, it probably was. Because I went to that one, and I don't think they showed it in the musical, but the bathrooms were in a 7-Eleven. Well, they were in a real 7-Eleven. They like made a fake 7-Eleven, and that was the facade for the bathrooms. And I remember because I asked, like, where's the bathrooms? Like the usher guy, and he's all like, oh, they're past the 7-Eleven. And I'm like, what? And if it's the one I'm thinking about, the cool thing about that musical was it had a stage, but like people were moving around the actual venue. It was like in a warehouse. It was, I think it's by where 1720, that venue I fucking hate, is now. It's in that same neighborhood, but you've been to 1720, but in a nicer part of it, like closer to Little Tokyo. But
okay,
it's the warehouse district. Anyways, yeah, that's it.
What are we doing this week, Manuel?
Tomorrow Warren and I are gonna play more Final Fantasy VIII, right, Warren? We play. He did some more AP grinding off stream, so we're pretty set. You guys don't know this, but the card game, all that card game bullshit we've been doing, it becomes impossible to do later on because they start adding stupid rules that make the game impossible to play. But I think we're set for the rest of the game, so we'll meet Renoa, we'll meet Papaya, and we'll get some more Guardians, and we'll play some more. And then Friday is Drink Talk Roll. Yeah. And the next Tuesday, we're going to rank Christmas music. And then this Sunday, JD and Hal might finish Golden Sun.
We're one or two streams away from finishing it. It's probably one, but we'll see as the stream goes on.
Yeah. But okay, that's about it.
Yeah.
Thank you for watching. Shout out to Etiquette Patron. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff.
Yeah, and if you'd like to help keep our website ad-free, subscribe to our Patreon, patreon.com/A2J Connections. I got it right the first time this time. Woo!
Hell yeah. And today's, what's it called? Thankful Tuesday?
Giving Tuesday.
I forgot what they call. There you go, Giving Tuesday. Which I didn't even know existed, but give us money. And that's it.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.